Hello everybody, AJ Ryzik here, and today I'm going to show you how to customize your Linux Mint Desktop. Now, if you are coming from Windows or even Macintosh, you know that there's not a whole lot of customizations that you can do to your desktop. Pretty much the way that it came from the factory, that's the way it is. Yeah, you can change some wallpapers and that sort of thing, kind of minor stuff. In the Linux world, most of the Linux desktop environments are very customizable. Now, Cinnamon, which is what is being used in Linux Mint here that we're looking at, very customizable. You can see looking at my desktop, it is very different from what you normally see, coming from the factory, so to speak. I've made a whole bunch of changes, and basically that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. Because, not only do I like having a desktop that is nice to look at, I want to customize it so it works the way that I want it to work, not the way that some developer on the other side of the planet wants it to work. So let's start with the easiest thing, and that is the desktop itself. You can see that this is not a default wallpaper. It's something that I came up with myself. It's actually a picture I took. If you want to change your background, you can just right click on your desktop, go to where it says change desktop background, and you've got some default uh, um, backgrounds that are listed here, and they're very nice looking. I mean, they do not have any bad looking ones here. You can pick one of those and it'll change to that. If you like one of those, awesome, stick with one of those. You can also go and find something in your pictures folder, which is what I did. Or if there's another folder somewhere on your computer that has some pictures, you can go and play around with that as well. Go and click the plus button here, add that particular folder from your file manager, and boom, you can pull pictures from there. But I'm happy with what I picked there. I don't need to go digging anymore. If you go into settings, you can play your pictures or your backgrounds as a slideshow wallpaper, so it's continuously changing. A lot of people like to do that. Now, while we're talking about the desktop itself, you will notice that I do not have any icons on my desktop. I don't like icons on the desktop. It's a personal preference. I know a lot of people love them. They want to have that. To me, it is a complete waste of real estate. The only thing I want on my desktop really is that background picture. I don't use it for anything else. I did add this little calculator over here just for quick access. But for the most part, I don't want icons on my desktop. Now you can go and see here we're in system settings. If you go into where it says desktop, we'll open that up, and you see where it says desktop layout. I've got mine set to no desktop icons. If you did want them, you can set it for on primary monitor only, on the secondary monitor, or that's assuming you have a secondary monitor, or show desktop icons on all monitors. So let's click that, and I am not seeing them. Where are they? Actually, I see them over on my secondary monitor. I'm not seeing them on my primary. That's kind of weird. I go on primary. Oh, there they are right now. I wonder why it only popped up on my. Now they're on the secondary. Let's see if I put them on all. Nope. Kind of weird. Anyway, so every now and then you find some little bugs like that. And I am not sure why that happened, but it did. Anyway, so if you want to see the icons, I've got them set there. You could pick what you want to show. So now you can see that trash icon. If you want to see networking icons, there you go with that as well. I'm going to go up here and go back to no desktop icons because, like I said, I don't like seeing them. I go and close that up now. Get that out of the way. Okay, next thing we're going to take a look at is theming. The theming that I am using here, it is not the default theming. you can see, like I said, that does not look like it's from the factory. Let's go and open up the system settings again, and you can go to where it says themes, and you can see I'm running this Arc theme, but you can go in here and they've got quite a few that are installed by default. You can go to those Mint Dark if you're into dark themes. Mint White Dark, White Dark. So if you're into the dark themes, doesn't look too bad. Oh, that's Mint White. Let's go Mint White Dark. There we go. Now it's all dark. So if you're into dark themes, that might work for you. You can go to this Add Remove Desktop Themes, and from there you can go to this available themes, and these are from the official Cinnamon repositories. You can download some stuff from there, see if there's a theme there that you like, go and try something out. And really, I'll just do one as a demo. Let's grab this Glass Mint Classic. You can just right click on there, mark for installation, install or update. Boom, it's installed now. And so now, where is that thing? There it is, Glass Mint Classic. And that changes the background theme. So you can see that one's kind of transparent. Anyway, if you don't like any of those themes that are in the official repositories, there's other places that you can get stuff. That's what I did with that Arc theme. And actually, I'm going to go back to that and the Arc icons, Arc, and Arc. Okay, there we go. That's right, I was running Mint White Dark right there. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, that's how I kind of liked it. But anyway, if you want to go out and find some other themes, there's a couple options for you. One is a site called Noobs Lab, and you can go there, and if you remember back when we were discussing software in one of my earlier videos, I talked about the online repositories where you get your software. Well, you can add, Noobs Lab maintains their own repositories, so you can go and download some themes and also icons from them using the repository method. And nice looking stuff that they keep. And the nice thing is that when they update the themes on their repositories, you're going to be able to download those updates without having to reinstall and going through all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of nice. Anyway, like I said, we're on the Noobs Lab site, and we'll come down to, they've got a themes page, and if you come down to, now we're based on Ubuntu 16.04, so in theory, pretty much everything under 16.04 should work for us. And you see right here where it says Arc theme, that's where I pulled that one. Excuse me. That's where I pulled that one down. A similar one is this Paper GTK theme. And what are some of the others that I was looking at here? This Ambience Lime, that was another one that I was looking at. It's a pretty nice looking theme. So why don't we go and pull that one down, and we'll install that so you can take a look and get a demo of how to do this. Now we are going to install this from the command line. Now before you start freaking out, it's not hard to do, and as you can see right here, it tells you the terminal commands. That's what we're going to do, what we're going to follow. It's real easy to do. So let's open up our terminal. Now I've got a quick launch for it up here, but if you go into your menu and just type in terminal, you can see right there, there's a terminal. We'll open it up. Let's drag it over here, and you can just copy and paste. So we're going to do it line by line. We're going to sudo add app repository ppa noobslab/themes. We'll paste that one in there, hit enter. It'll ask for our password. Oh, I mistyped. There we go. Okay, and it'll give you a little warning for executive blah blah blah. Click enter to continue. All right, so it added that repository to our database. Now this line that says sudo apt-get update, you're basically going to update our cache of repositories. And then this next line is actually going to do the actual installation. Sudo apt-get install ambient slime. And there it is. It is installed. So let's open up our themes. Okay, window border. Let's find that ambient slime. So that's what that looks like. And the controls, ambient slime. So, you can find something that works for you. Whatever it is that you want to go with. Like I said, Noobs Lab, they got a pretty big variety of themes available. And I'm going to go back to Arc because, like I said, that's what I like. Okay, we got some basic theming going on. Let's get us some more icons. Go with a different icon theme. Now, Noobs Lab has icons as well. You can download and install the exact same way. But just so that I can show you how to do something a little bit different, we're going to download an icon zip file, which is like a compressed file. It's got a whole bunch of other files in it. We're going to download that, extract it, and we'll put all those icon themes in place manually, and it's not that difficult. It's fairly easy to do. Now, there's a couple of places where you can get various icon themes. A lot of times at a site called GitHub, you will find the developers, not just icon themes, but if they're making other themes as well. That's a good place to find them. I already mentioned Noobs Lab. Another one is called Gnome Look. That's another place where you can download some icon themes. I'm going to get this Sardi theme. It's one that I'm already familiar with, and it's a theme that I like, so that's why I'm going to go and grab it. Let me make that a little bit bigger here. And let's see, you can download the icons from SourceForge. It's another place where you can find some themes there. And looking for the latest version right there. Let's click that and download it. Give it a second. All right. Yeah, we're going to save that. And I've actually already downloaded it, but I just kind of wanted to demonstrate. Okay, you would go and click the save. I'll download it again. Why not? There we go. We'll download again. Allow it to do its thing. Let's go and open up our file manager. Go to our downloads folder. And you see there's where I downloaded the first time. There's the second time. Don't need them both, but I'll get rid of one. Okay, so if we go and right click on that zipped folder, we'll come down to where it says extract here, and we'll do that. And so now that it's extracted, you can see we've got this Sardi icons folder. We'll double click that, and you can see there's a couple different versions of Sardi, and they're all showing inside of that folder. Now we're going to need to move that to our icons folder. So that we can look at this and look at the icons folder at the same time, I'm going to go into view, and toggle on the extra pane. So now we got two panes standing side by side. We'll come to the second pane, go to Home, and you're going to have an icons file and then also a themes file that is within your home folder, but it's hidden. You normally don't see it. But you can come up to View and go to where it says Show Hidden Files, and boom, now you can see those hidden files. And all the hidden files, they have a dot in front of them. That's what makes them hidden. You can also toggle that on and off by right-clicking on the file manager and clicking or unclicking the Show Hidden Files. But anyway, so you can do that, and then you can see right here we got the .icons file. We'll double click on that to open it. And you see right now there's nothing in there, but we are going to take all this stuff that we just downloaded. So I'm going to click on the first one, click the Shift button, and then the last one, and it'll select all of those. I'm just going to drag them all over here. And it moved all those over for us now. So now we have access to those Sardi icons. I'm going to close that up. I think I'm done with this. So let's go back and we'll pull up our themes. Come down to icons. You can see I did have the arc icons. And now you can see I've got the various Sardi icons listed in here. So you can find what you like and move on from there. So let me open File Manager so you can see the shape of the file icons that are with this this icon set. There's the Sardi arc. It gives you the arc style of folders. Sardi Flat Cobra. And there's kind of an orange colors. Personally, I think I'm just going to go back to the original and stick with that. That's kind of my thing. I like it. So anyway, that gives you a little idea about theming. So you can pick a color combination and whatnot that you like, and go with whatever works for you. By the way, there are other icon themes that are available through the official repository, so you can go and just go to your software center or your software manager, and you can pull down themes from there as well, or install themes from there as well. Give it a second to open up, and you can just do a search for themes. And you can find a variety of different themes there. You can dig through there, read the reviews, that sort of thing. Okay, now that we've done a little bit of theming, let's go and customize our panels, because this is one of the places where you can really add some functionality and get Linux Mint to function the way that you want it to. Now the panel is this bar that I got going across the top. You can go and modify the current panel. You can go and add another panel. You can add a couple of panels. If you got multiple monitors, you can put panels on all the monitors, have it on only one, however you want to set it up. So lots of different things that you can go to customize. So let's go and we'll just open up. There is a panel. There we go. This little thing here for going, and you can add new panels and make changes and all that. So you can go from there, or you can go and pick out your panel, go to modify panel, and start making changes there. I'm going to get rid of this panel and we will start from scratch. That's probably a good place to go. So let's go and remove this panel. And if you get rid of them all, you'll get this little warning. Do you want to open panel settings? I've already got it open. Okay, so let's go and we'll add a new panel. Click where you want to put it, top, bottom, wherever. I like it at the top. Okay, and you can see it kind of gave us our old panel back. Let's clear everything off of it just so that you can see that. We'll go to modify panel, and clear all applets. Yes, I want to clear all the applets. Okay, so let's start adding applets. So we're going to, while we're here on the panel page, you can have it set for always show. You can do an intelligent auto hide so that when you hover over that spot, panel will show up. I'm going to always show it, and you can tweak the size of the panel. I'm going to stick with the stock height at least for now. But let's come back to here and we'll go to applets. And much like a lot of the other Cinnamon things that are available through Linux Mint, you can go to where it says available applets online, and we'll pull down some other ones. You just go and like say for example this places thing, you can go and right click it, mark for installation, and install. I've got everything that I want, but go and dig through some of these applets. Some of it's not for me, but you may find some stuff that you really like. So let's go to stuff that I've already got installed, and I'm going to add first this Send Stark menu. I like it better than the default menu. There's also this classic menu, gives you an old style menu. Several menus available. This is the one that I want to stick with, that I want to install. Now it's still thinking that that was added to the old panel, so let's go and add this to the panel. Boom, you can see it came up over here, and you see very different looking from the default menu. Let me go and right click this panel again, go into edit mode, and I'm going to drag this over here because that's where I want it. And I'm going to go and tweak some of the settings on here later, but for right now I'm just going to get everything onto this panel that I want. So I'm going to need that. We're going to add a calendar, so we'll add that. I'm just going to leave that over there. What else do I need? I need the system tray. And I'm going to drag that over to the other side of that. And I want to add a little bit of space in between those. So let's go space. There's the spacer. I'll add that to the panel. And you can see I put it right there, which is exactly what I want. And on the spacers, you can go and right click those, go to configure, and you can make them big or small, whatever you want to do. I just wanted a little bit of space, just like I said, separation mainly. Close that up there. Okay, so I got that. Let's see, I need sound. We'll add that to the panel. And we'll put another spacer. Okay. A little bit bigger than what I wanted. Try and make them about the same. That's not bad. Okay. And I like having the screenshots tool on there, so I'm going to add that to panel. And once again, I'll put a spacer. All right. I need my window display. Show you what windows that are open. Now the default one is this one that just says Windows List. I added this one called Window List with app grouping, and we'll go add to panel, and I'm going to drag that over here. And what I like about this one, let's go into the settings here. Number display. You've got all kinds of options here on how you want it showed. You can go and pin apps to the taskbar, so you can kind of use it as a quick launcher, that kind of thing. You can go and arrange how they're pinned up there, the amount of space in between the icons, hover settings. You see all kinds of different settings that you can tweak on there. You can have it so it'll do a title display. So go title, and so it gives you that kind of thing. Personally, I just want the icons because I recognize the icons. I know what they are. I think this focus, that might be a hover thing. No, wasn't sure on that. Anyway, that's the way I like it. Is just the icon itself. So hey, that's configured the way that I want it. And that's about everything that I want on my panel. I don't like having a ton of stuff up there. It kind of covers the basics. Talking about this menu. Oh, let me go and go out of panel edit mode. Like I say, you can customize this menu. Go to configure. So you can go with the Start menu layout or the Mate menu layout. The Mate menu layout basically just reverses what side all this stuff is listed on, what side all these pinned or favorite applications are listed on. We'll go back to Stark. I like that a little bit better. You can show application description under their titles. You can get rid of that. Like I said, all kinds of options here. So you can go through and tweak that. Do you want to use a custom icon? So we pulled down those Sardi icons. You can go and add one of those in this place so that you're using one of those. Or maybe there's some custom icon that you want to work with. Go ahead and add that if you want. Do you want to show them the menu title there? You can get rid of it if you want, which I'll probably do. There we go. That's more of my thing. Let's go and see if we can find. Let's go to where those Sardi icons are. So that is in our home folder. Show hidden files. So when you can find dot icons, Sardi, and I'm going to say probably let's go with 32. See under actions, see what we got listed there. Anything? Maybe under scalable. Yeah, there we go. That's what we wanted. You can kind of dig through these various things. See if you can find something that works for you. Those are actions. It's probably not what I want. Apps, categories, panel. There we go. See if we can find one for menu that's listed. Not really. Anyway, you kind of you get the idea of how it works. I'll go and dig later to find whatever icon that I want to use. For now, I'll just leave it the stock, but you kind of get the idea that there's just tons and tons of options here. Set that menu up the exact way that you want. Probably the last thing I want to show you is what's this calculator over here? Well, it is what is referred to as a DeskLit, and it's a lot like the applets, except it goes right on the desktop itself. You can right click on there, and you got some things you can change. You can configure it, and remove this DeskLit. Let me go and open up the DeskLit thing. There we go, DeskLits. And these are the ones that are installed right now. Once again, you can go out and find some other stuff. You can add a weather one, sound box. Calculator is really the only thing that I that was, kind of a big deal for me. Time and date, I will just add that just so I can demonstrate it. So we're going to mark it for installation. We'll install it on our system, and now we can come over here and we'll add that to our desktop. And there we go. Let's see if there's any customizations for this one. Not really. So, if you want to have the date on here as well. I mean, I already got it up here on the panel, so I really don't see a need for it. But hey, if it works for you and you like it, have at it. Anyway, at least gives you an idea of what you can do there. So besides the stuff that we have looked at so far, there's other things that you can tweak and change on the way that your system works. So let's go into system settings, and let's take a look at what we got here. We've already talked about the backgrounds. Effects, you can go and customize various window effects, effects on dialog boxes, effect styles. You can have it so you got animations where they fly up, fly down, all kinds of stuff like that. You can go and customize those settings. Come in here and go and play around with how the windows will tile as you're opening windows up, how they snap the corners, that sort of thing. For now, I'm just going to leave it default. If you want to play around with those things, that's what kind of the way I think of those is, you know, get in there and just try some stuff and see if it's something that you like. Fonts, you can go and I've already changed my fonts from the default fonts. It's real easy. Just come in here and click on it, pick whatever font you want to work with or what you want to go with on your desktop. It'll show everything that you have available on your system. You go and click on it, change the size if you want to, and then select. Very simple. Text scaling factor, so if you got one of those super high resolution screens, you can go and increase this to compensate for that high resolution. Anti-aliasing and hinting, I typically leave that set at RGBA and slight hinting. To me, that gets the best look on the fonts. You might want to try some of the other settings, see what works for you. Some people aren't real picky about the fonts. I'm kind of I'll play around a little bit with it, but not overly. We already talked about themes. Under account details, if you like, you can go and put your picture in here, or they've got some default ones that you can stick with. Applets, we did that. DeskLits, desktop extensions. There's some extensions to add some additional functionality to your system. Go to available extensions, and you can see all these different things that you got available. Desktop cube, that always used to be a big thing back in the early Ubuntu days. I'm not a big fan of it, but you can add that. We got smart panel and any of these things. If you're unfamiliar with what any of these things are, just go and click more information, and this your browser will open up and you can read a little bit about that particular extension. So maybe this flipper thing is what you'd like to set up. I don't know. The extensions, at least with in Cinnamon or Linux Mint, there's not really a whole lot of them that I'm kind of feel like it's an essential thing. So I usually leave those alone. Hot corners, a lot of people like having hot corners set up so that if you go to one particular corner with your mouse, it'll do a certain thing. So like you can, I've got them set up default because I usually don't use hot corners, but a lot of people do. So if you go to a certain corner, show all workspaces, show the desktop, run a command, all that kind of stuff. Uh, Preferred applications. This is not a huge one, but you can see what I have set as the preferred application. So if I am doing something that's going to open a web browser, it's automatically going to open Google Chrome unless I specify I want something differently. Or you can set it for Firefox or whatever your preferred browser is. And then, kind of going down the list, you can go and change these to whatever your preferred application is. And here's one for Windows, how you want the window button set up, what different actions on the title bar do. So like here, action on title bar, double click will toggle maximize. So double click, you can see it maximizes. Double click again, it goes back. So you can go play around with that. So a lot of people, they set this stuff up, and then it gets to be part of their workflow, speeds things up, and they just automatically know to do something. So, having said all that, I think that kind of covers everything that I wanted to show you. Just kind of give you a general overview of how to customize the desktop, give you some ideas on the various things that you can do. Hopefully you found it informative. As always, comments, questions, all that kind of stuff, leave it down below. I'll try to get to it as soon as possible. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. There will be more Linux Mint videos coming up, so be sure to check those out. And I hope to see you all on that next video. Thanks a lot.